When you last saw me, I was battling New Mexico's crazy dirt roads and long stretches of open highway with over 100-degree temperatures and little water. What will New Mexico have in store for me next? Well, stick around to find out.
And we're off. This is the historic Route 66. This is Peter, looking good in the morning. Am I filming? Do you see a thing on?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, here we go, setting out from Grant's. Peter's there in front of me. And we're on another long, empty road. Long, empty road of New Mexico. Not the first. I don't think it'll be the last. It's a little bit smoggy in the distance. But we're going to Pie Town today. And the Toaster House. Pie Town Toaster House. I'm riding off into the sunrise. You can kind of see how big those rocks are when you look at the car next to it. Pretty cool. Back to the flat, empty road again. Well, it's not flat, it's slightly uphill, but anyway, it's still empty. Okay, I'm now off the pavement onto the dirt, and it's gravel, and it's kind of crappy gravel. So I'm gonna have a treat. Brought myself a treat. So I'm sitting here having lunch, pretty much because this is the only thing that I've found to lean my bike on. You can see there's not a lot of trees. And there's no shade, so I'm just got my back to the sun, but this is the view from my lunch break, which is a salad. So I've already had about, I don't know, 1,700 feet of climbing, and my Garmin has registered none of that as a hill, but this one, I think, because it says it's about a quarter of a mile away. Oh! Ooh! You see that? Anyway, this one, it does register. So on my ride today, this is the only hill that's actually coming up as a hill on Garmin. So all the other climbing doesn't matter now. Except he's doing a dance or something, so he's probably happier than I am. Actually, we got onto this unmaintained road, and it's way better than the maintained one, so I'm not sure. I think when they maintain it, they put a bunch of gravel on it, which is really hard to ride in. Here comes the clouds. So it's about 12:30 right now. And according to the Google, woo, the rain is supposed to start around 2 p.m. See these roads? Yeah, if this gets wet, it gets nasty. Alright, it's starting to rain already. A little bit. It's basically 1 o'clock maybe, 12:45. So it's a little early. You can see it might be kind of raining over there. It's just sprinkling right now. But I'm really hoping it doesn't start coming down any harder. I think I found the toaster house. I did. Actually. Okay, this is my lovely room in the toaster house. That's my bed. Here's the kitchen. Yeah. Yep. Spare clothes in case you want to do laundry. All right, here's the front yard of the toaster house. They got a bike station. But the reason it's a toaster house is you can see the toasters here. All kinds of toasters. I'm not sure what the story is about the toasters actually, but there are a lot of them. So there are all the toasters. Well, about 15 miles out of Pytown, and there's some bouncy places here, but the road is not too bad, so that's good. Not as washboardy as yesterday, which was really a pain. Yeah, a lot of private land, a few mountains in the distance that we can see, not right now, but so it's nice. This road is good. It's hard packed. It would be sucky if it was wet, but it's hard packed. It's slightly downhill. Like perfect riding. So I think we are in the Gila National Forest. I'm not 100% sure if that's the one we're in, but it's nice. There's trees again. And so I'm here now in the shade, having a little snack and, you know, taking a break, quick break. You know, I keep smelling whiffs of smoke. So I don't know if this was recent. I know there was a fire south of Pytown recently, but I don't know if that was this one or not. So anyway, it does still smell a little smoky. Look at the elk. A whole herd of them. Oh, there's more. There's more. There they go. Oh, there's more. There's more. That's a lot of them. Oh my gosh. And the hits just keep on coming. Okay, here we are. It's lumpity bumpity again. And I heard something metallic hit the ground or bounce onto the bike. Probably I just went over a rock and it, you know, hit the bike. I was just trying to make sure I didn't lose anything important. So before I go on. Looks okay. Bob looks okay. Not missing any important pieces. Alright, hopefully not. Next stop, Beaverhead. Right, back in the hot, the land of hot. I thought that was a train at first coming toward me. I'm pretty sure it's a tractor. I think they're working on the roads actually, which could be good, could be bad. Sometimes when they maintain them, they're actually harder to ride in, so we'll see. We'll see. Ooh, bit of a headwind here, coming off this storm or cloud or whatever, and it looks like it's raining in front of me, but I'm hoping this wind will blow it right to the side and away. Horses, all kinds of horses. That's not a good sign. So this road is actually closed. Looks like it got some flooding. Whew. And it looks like they're working on it, but it's pretty sandy. So I don't know how far this goes, but well, maybe to there, huh? I don't know. Anyway, it's hard to ride in. Well, with the cloud cover, it's a little cooler. And I got through the section that they were working on, so it's actually not as bad This is Burstall Road, I think. Bursum. So it's rocky and it's uphill, but it's that other dirt was really hard to get through. Oh, these clouds are looking kind of scary. These clouds are making noise again. But luckily, today I'm not out in the middle of an open area, so we've got options. All right, we got some weather now. Over there, you can see where it's raining. It's also lightning strikes over there. I'm hoping it stays over there. Well, that one stayed in the sky. The last one went down and struck the ground. So, all right, luckily I just turned because I was heading right towards that. And now I'm kind of hopefully heading into this, which isn't as bad. Because this one over here has lightning coming down to the ground. So that's not good. It is kind of like Mordor. Okay, whew, going away from the storm. And I have a tiny tailwind now. So I'm moving a little faster than before. Well, I seem to escape the major part of the storm. It rained on me, and some of the ground was just a little muddy, but luckily, like that. Luckily, not all of it. So I was able to kind of just go slow through the mud and didn't get too clogged up. So I'm hoping the rest stays semi-dry. It's getting a little muddy. You can maybe see the front tire. Just trying to stay in the driest possible section. See, there's one of my friends with the shoes. There's another one over there. And here I am, walking. I'm gonna just, it keeps the weight off the bike, so hopefully I can keep the mud off. We'll see. Look at this, that's all the mud coming off. Ugh. You can see the mud from whoever was before me coming off there too. I see more in my future. This is gross. Alright, just starting off towards Beaverhead again. Stopped short about maybe 10 to 12 miles from Beaverhead because this section right here was very muddy. Wanted to give it a little time to dry off. So it seems like it's hardened a little. Still some soft patches, but not as bad as yesterday. So I'm just going to take it slow here for a minute and get some of this dirt off my tires and just kind of test it out before I get too overzealous. But it looks like it's a lot better than yesterday, so good decision probably to stop rather than just trying to fight the mud. So, yep. Here we go. Finally got off the muddy track and we're back onto a dirt/gravel road. Anyway, got some cows. Got the sun coming up. It's a lovely day. 9 miles to Beaverhead, which is where the water is. But this area, like terrain, is interesting. It's like very California foothills, and I would never think I was in New Mexico if you plunked me here. I just stopped at Beaverhead, filled up water, went to the restroom, had a coffee, did all the errands, sunscreen, you know, all good. Nice little refresh. So now we go about 50 miles to, well, maybe not quite 50, to the CDT. This is the next challenge that I know of. This is like a typical shitty road right here. Typical shitty road. Washboards on two sides. Thick gravel in the middle, so you sometimes can't ride on that. And maybe you can find something on the side. But all right, I'm just taking a break in the shade here. This area was burned, obviously. But at least there is shade. It's nice to be able to have a little break in the shade from time to time. So also there's some little birds singing. And so far, it's not looking too ominous weather-wise. We'll see how it goes. Okay, we're tired. By we, I mean me and Bob, of course, but also Peter, who's there in front. He just caught up to me after basically 40 miles, and usually he's way faster than me. So he said he's been struggling. We've had a lot of climbs. It's been dry, and the surfaces have been kind of crappy. So yeah, and we've gone 50 total miles. We still have 40 miles left to get to Silver City. So, yeah. Okay, going through downtown Silver City, leaving town. Goodbye, Silver City. A little bit of single track. I don't mind it, but I'm really sensitive about my tires, and I don't really want to go over any thorns. Oh, looks like this gets some water, eh? Any street with the name Ridge in it makes me a little wary. I can see it right now. I can already see it. Alright, so I'm just tooling along on this ridge road. Got my uphill. Actually, don't think this counts as one of the hills. No. Next hill is 8 miles away, so this one doesn't count. In 8 miles, I turn onto the highway. I don't know if it's paved or not. I know that we have one pretty big climb, not a huge climb, but a climb, and then a lot of it's downhill after that. So just gonna tool away up the hill and be glad when it's downhill. Doesn't that kind of remind you of like a cartoon of New Mexico? The vultures circling above the desert. This section's kind of Dr. Seuss-ish. Where's Horton? These are half-hearted guard dogs. Starting to look a little ominous over there. These ones are closer to me, so we'll see if they do anything. Home sweet home. Woo, it's echoey. This is the Hachita Community Center, where we will be sleeping for tonight. Okay, starting off on the last day. Woohoo! We're in Hachita, riding down the road, and we are not quite on course yet, but in just a second we'll be on course, and then we only have less than 50 miles to the finish. We're only on mile, I don't know, 4, and it's very sandy, so it's not just the hills that are challenging. The sand is like beach sand. You can't really ride in it, so just got to take it easy, and it's hard to see in the dark too. So we just went through sand, and now we're going through this. So is that an animal? That's a cow poo. Anyway, we are lucky. Looking for thorns here. Looking for thorns. I'm trying to avoid thorns. We're lucky that it's not raining, because this looks like it was a pain to go through when it was wet. As you can see, other bike tracks. So it's like, if it's not one thing, it's another. And there's thorny bushes. Thorny bushes, sand, mud. But on the other hand, the birds are singing and it's morning and it's a nice day. Well, it's just got light. But the roads are still rough. Actually, this section right here is not too bad, but it's hit and miss. Yep, it's hit and miss. We also have a section of CDT coming up, which I think is single track, with variable reports of how long it is. So I guess we'll find out. Hey, here we are, riding off into the sunrise again. Ooh, lots of lumps and bumps. It's Coco Claims Part 2. Sometimes the downs are harder than the ups. Right now we are about 11 miles in. This is the CDT section, and I'm just doing my best to avoid anything that will pop my tire or my tube. So but there are a lot of things here that will pop tubes. Look at these things. Then there's these bushes, and there's regular cactuses. Anyway, it's a big obstacle course. I think we still have, I don't know, 5 miles left of this, and then we'll be on the road, but not out of the woods yet, or out of the desert. It's the kind of stuff we're dealing with. Not super fun for me, but you gotta just get through it. And then there's these bushes that want to grab you. Yay, yay. It's like a obstacle course of hell. Will you get scratched by the bushes, or will you fall on the rocks, or will you get a thorn in your tire? Well, we found a section that is not too bad. Slightly downhill, no huge rocks, no huge bushes. I'm sure it'll end soon, but right now I'm enjoying it. So we were warned about this mesquite alley. See all this crap? It has thorns and sand. It's like not the steepness isn't the worst part. The trying to avoid the branches while also going up the steepness is what's hard. The end of the dirt portion. So here we go. Look at this. Oh my goodness. Can it be? Can it be? I see pavement!